Let's start with a feeling we've all experienced. You made a decision, maybe at work, maybe in life. You thought it through, weighed your options, and chose a direction. But it didn't work out. And suddenly, the doubt creeps in. Was that a bad decision? Should I have done it differently? Was I just wrong? It's one of the quiet burdens of leadership. This idea that if the outcome was bad, the decision must have been bad too. But that's not always true. Welcome to the Lead Lab, where we talk about the realities of leadership, not just the wins, but the hard choices behind them. And today, we're exploring a perspective that can change how you lead, how you reflect, and how you grow. Don't judge a decision by its outcome. It sounds counterintuitive at first. Aren't results what matter? Yes, and no outcomes are important. But they're also influenced by things we can't control: timing, resources, people, the market, random chance. A decision, on the other hand, is shaped by what we do control: our mindset, our process, our intent. And that's where real leadership lies, not in predicting the future, but in how we navigate the present. Let's break it down. Every decision happens in context. We rarely, if ever, have 100% of the information. We work with incomplete data, conflicting feedback, pressures, deadlines. And yet, we still have to move forward. So we gather what we know. We seek input. We weigh risks. We align with our values. And we decide. Sometimes, that decision leads to a great result. Sometimes it doesn't. But that result doesn't define the quality of the decision. Take this example. Imagine a team decides to roll out a new product feature. They've done their research. They've validated the problem. They've scoped it carefully. But after launch, usage is low. The market shifts. It doesn't land. Was the decision wrong? Not necessarily. The effort was thoughtful. The process was sound. The outcome? Unfavorable. But not due to carelessness, just reality. That team didn't fail. They learned. And that's what builds long-term leadership muscle. Here's another layer: hindsight bias. When we look back, everything looks obvious. Oh, we should have seen that coming. It's so clear now. But in the moment? It wasn't. We didn't have the same information. We didn't have the same vantage point. Hindsight connects dots that weren't visible before, and tricks us into thinking we should have known better. That leads to guilt, self-doubt, and overcorrection, instead of growth. So how do strong leaders handle decisions, especially the ones that don't work out? They reflect, but they don't regret. They ask, what was my intent? Did I do the work to understand the trade-offs? Did I involve the right people? Was it aligned with what we knew and believed at the time? And if the answer is yes, they own it. Even if the outcome hurt. Even if others disagree. Even if they have to try again, with more information. Here's a powerful shift in perspective. Good decisions can lead to bad outcomes. And bad decisions can lead to good outcomes, by luck. So if you judge the decision only by the result, you miss the full picture. It's like measuring a student's intelligence by one exam. Or judging a pilot by one landing, in a thunderstorm. It doesn't work that way. Leadership doesn't work that way either. Instead, here's what great leaders do, over and over. They document their thinking, so they can look back clearly. They stay transparent with their teams, even in uncertainty. They learn from outcomes, without attaching shame to them. They course correct without blaming. And they continue making decisions, because avoiding them only delays progress. That's real leadership. Not getting it perfect, but getting better. So if you're carrying the weight of a past decision that didn't work out, pause. Ask yourself, was it careless? Or was it considered? Was it impulsive? Or was it intentional? Was it uninformed? Or was it just impacted by things beyond my reach? And if it was thoughtful, let that be enough. Let that be your anchor. Let that be how you grow. Thanks for tuning in to this very first episode of the Lead Lab. This journey isn't about chasing perfect outcomes. It's about building the kind of leadership that lasts, through wins, through missteps, through all the messy parts in between. If this message helped you reframe a past decision, or see your leadership in a new light, consider sharing it with someone else who needs to hear it. And if you're committed to learning through action, not just analysis, subscribe to the Lead Lab. Because here, we lead through the process, not just the result.